Here's my running analysis on Bella, who is a footballer. So what we're looking at initially here is her foot hitting the ground. So as she comes forward, she makes initial contact right there with her heel first. So you can see that there. And if we draw a line from her shoulder straight down, we want this foot to be back just a little bit further in that direction so that it is underneath her body. So it's landing slightly too far in front and on her heel. The next thing that we're looking at here is that when the foot makes contact with the ground just there, we don't want to have such a big gap between the knees here. So we can see daylight between the knees. What we would like to see is that that knee comes forward and is up to and caught up with that front knee. So then the next part, if we go forward a little bit, is where the foot is directly underneath the body in this mid-stance position. There's just a really big angle of the knee there. We don't want such a big angle. A bit of an angle is fine. You can also see that there is a little bit of a curve through the spine in this direction, which shows some anterior pelvic tilt, which is probably a little bit too much, and her foot is probably slightly too high in relation to her butt, and then it means that the butt is getting in the way for the foot to come through. So what we would want to see is for this lower leg, which is on an angle like that, to be a bit more flat, so it would be in line with those lines on the track. So the back foot is just a bit too high there as well. So if we come forward in this position as well, we would typically want to see figure 4, so a 4 shape. And the last thing is this toe off. So the last frame where the foot leaves the ground here it's just a bit too far back. So from the hips, we have almost a straight line through the knee. So we want to have a slight bend in the knee, and then that means that that foot is going to get off the ground a little bit quicker. So there's a few key points there that we're looking for, and it's probably going to start off with getting a bit more posterior pelvic tilt, and then from there, that would be my first cue, and then from there, we can then work on a few other things, but plenty of potential here for being able to improve speed and efficiency.